So what else would I want to speak about? I'll try to keep everything to within 2 minutes because short is good, right? Um, when I Let's talk about MBTI. So I can't remember when exactly I discovered MBTI. I think my friend spoke about it um, when I was about 17. And I remember when I discovered it, it totally blew my mind. It was like, previously I just separated the world into people who I could talk to and people who I couldn't talk to. So if you follow MBTI theory, I fit very perfectly the example of ENTP, which is also very parallel to Gemini's in the classic horoscope ideas. I don't believe in horoscopes, so I don't care for horoscopes. And I think there's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy where you read your horoscopes as a kid and you start behaving. I don't know, maybe. I don't have an opinion, okay? I don't have an informed opinion. But I am very much ENTP-ish. And so if you follow the ENTP paradigm, I am extroverted intuition dominant, which means that my number one way of interacting with the world is to look for connections between things. So like, if you wanted to, I could walk you through how a whole bunch of different books about a whole bunch of different topics are all related with one another. That's my main thing. So I jump from topic to topic very easily, and I find it. And the inverse of extroverted intuition is introverted sensing, and that's kind of like your internal regulation and how you keep track of things and how you stick with things till they're done, how you know how you're doing. And I think the impulse for ENTPs is to find that really boring and really limiting. And I think as you grow older and you become more mature, you realize that working on your weaknesses, at least to a like bare functional amount, puts you in a better position to do more with your life. So if you wanna make the most of your extroverted intuition, you should still have like some amount of introverted sensing functionally available to you, so that you don't forget to eat or forget to sleep and then just go crazy. I fell in love with the MBTI community for a while, but eventually I found it a bit limiting. I felt that it was a bit reductive, and we kept trying to squeeze every public figure into one of the buckets, and like my bucket is better than your bucket, and all the NTs are like, we're so rational. Why don't people like us? I mean, I think it's useful to expand your mind and expand your model of reality and realize that there are more kinds of people than you had previously realized. And I think of MBTI kind of like as Wittgenstein's ladder, which is something that you have to climb up above and then you have to discard it. So each new way of seeing becomes a new set of blinders that keeps you from seeing better. So, I mean, I'm not even sure if MBTI theory is sound. I'm not even sure if it's helpful. I felt that it opened my eyes in some way, and it made me realize that people are different, people are rich, people are complex. And so that's helpful. And I'm not sure if that was what I was going for. So I would close by saying that being that stereotype of an ENTP has been challenging. I mean, not being a stereotype, being who I am, being a person who is, flighty. I never did my homework. I could never pay attention in class. I was never fidgety, but I could never stick to the matter at hand. I could never, I'm always like, yeah, I get it. Okay, next thing. And I think I used to be made to feel a bit guilty for that. And I think as I get older, I realize that that's just how I am. And while it's helpful to learn to function, it's more important to recognize that you are who you are and you have to do what you can to survive, to live as well as you can. Not that great, not that insightful, but done.